Alright, and we begin, or we continue to build the highway rather. Straight across. Whoops. Messed that up somehow. Alright, let's see what we can have here. Yeah, something like that. That is nice. Yes, we have to have it go right over the other highway. Because remember, it can't have a direct interchange, because the other highway is what they call toll controlled. Yes. Whoa. What did I say about ugliness and it's not being allowed in this city? Alright, this might be a little bit of a tricky connection to make, but I believe we can do it. Alright. Yes, there we go. Oh, and woe is the people who own offices over here, because you are going to get boom-boomed. Indeed. Too bad. And if anyone wants something so silly as to get from one highway to the other directly, they're going to have to get off at this intersection, make their way around, and then get back on over here at the toll plaza. There actually are situations like that in real life, and they're not as uncommon as you may think. That's part of the reason that Breezewood, Pennsylvania exists. Oh man. Excitement. And yep, poor Bob's Truck Stop, or whatever the hell it's called, is going to be demolished as well. But in this area, we shall try to make another pair of exit and entrance ramps for people's commuting ease. Yes. Yes, I was going to wait on this for a second, but we're going to zone in this little nook over here as an area for all those truck stops to be rebuilt and everything, and all those warehouse districts and such. In this little nook over here, because there's not going to be too much use for much else back here. Besides, I can imagine that being a big shipping zone. But now we're going to come down here. And I think what we're going to do is simply tunnel through this hill. After transitioning back to a ground highway, that is. We are going to tunnel through this hill, and we're going to come out on the other side. So here we go. First going to rotate it to see where we come out. Yes, let's come out up here. After we build our nice long tunnel. Or if we can build a bridge over that so close to the edge. Well, I can build it over here, and that's good enough. So that's going to have to work like that, and I guess that's just going to have to do for our wonderful folks. Now the other side might be a little bit more tricky, because it's up on the hill and everything. The question is, we want to have it go on this side or the other side. Because either way, we're burrowing through part of the town. I mean, that's how it has to be. We could go all the way around. It's also a possibility. But first we have to see what options are actually open to us. Because we just know this is going to be tricky. Let's see. Yes, once again, I hope curving these things will not come back to bite me in the butt later. And is there any reason why these highways should not be connecting to one another? I detect no such reason. Yes, one of the most frustrating aspects of the SimCity games, for sure, is building these damn highways. But they look so cool and you really want to have them, so if you play SimCity, as many times as you tell yourself, I'm not going to build these stinking highways again, you always find yourself building them anyway, because they're just that cool. Alright. And I have some exits over here. Now this is where things get very hairy, because we are going to curve up. We're going to have to flatten some land. Yes, this is going to get very hairy, as in creepy old man back hair hairy. That's some serious hairy right there. Alright. And we're going to have silly little problems like that plaguing us left and right. Because we're going to have to somehow... Yeah. This is going to suck. Let's see. It can be done, though. I know it can be done. And it will be for the future of our glorious city and all its inhabitants. Alright, good so far. Alright, now we're heading into some harder parts here. You use a lot of finesse with these hills. Alright. We might have just done it, folks. We might... Yes! There we go. The mountains themselves bend before our will. That's how mighty we are. Behold the power of mankind. And more specifically, of Bone Canoe 86. Yes, I represent all of mankind. I guess. Or something. Alright. Very cool. Well, since the rails are hugging that area down there, we are going to extend this out long enough to make a pair of ramps. There we go. Sweet. Alright, and now we continue this elevated highway as it is now existing down here for another set of ramps. And that is probably the last of the ramps that we're going to need, so let's make it a ground highway. But I want that cool transition-y thingy, so we're going to try this again and see if we get it. Yep, there we go. Yes, all this road building is killing our agriculture, but whatever. Yes, much less Many less farmers are needed than before. And why can I not build? There we go. Doop, 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 doo, 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 doo. Just do it up like that. And that will be the way it's done in this town. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 exits on this glorious stretch of expressway. Oh yes. Of course, people are going to want their commercial amenities. So we are going to add a few little plots here that people can build gas stations and eateries and the like, as they likely will. Yes, for all the various people who are traveling on the expressway. Oh, and this area is going to see its own little commercial boom. Yes. Including some grassy areas. Purely because I can. Alright. And there we have it, some more. And have some up here. Even a restaurant over there in the bend. Alright, we'll put some at the end of this road. Because we never know who's going to be traveling out to get their food. And there we have it, folks. Alright. Now that's all happened. We'll give a little bit of time for things to speed up. We can take a look at our jobs and population graph. Yes, we are experiencing a rise in the middle class, and even the upper class has a small but significant showing. Yes, our dirty industry is rising, but so is manufacturing. So things are looking up for our city. Or should I say, our mini cities as they continue to grow. Speaking of growing, I think this Colville is going to be wanting to build out a little bit more, so that is what they will be doing. It's expanding their streets by just a little bit more. And by a little bit, I mean quite a bit. But that's alright, because definitions can be twisted and expanded to fit your party ideology. It is something that we all must know and be aware of. Now let's take a look at some of our other graphs while we're here. Let's take a look, for instance, at water. And yes, good thing we did, because we are now running low on water. It's interesting that only about half of what's on the map has water, but this will be expected. Alright, it's time to add 2 more pumps, because that should bring that back. Power, we're good on power for a while. Let's see, our life expectancy is eking up. Population is changing. Our education is growing slowly. Yes. A lot of people using our roads. They love me. There is demand for everything in the city. We're making money hand over fist. Yeah, look at that. Things are generally going well in the city. I mean, there's a lot of things that can be improved on, of course, but we are doing well. Wow. Although crime is pretty rampant here, apparently. Alright. The question is, now what?